What's going on, everyone? It's Waiver Wire Queen. I am chilling live on YouTube. I want to talk about the Julio Jones trade, and I want to talk a little bit about obviously Joker winning MVP, which he should have won. But before we do that, y'all hit that like button and make sure you are subscribed to the one and only Waiver Wire Queen, and make sure turn on your notifications so you can see more videos from Waiver Wire Queen so you can stay ahead of your competition for the upcoming fantasy football season. All right, y'all. So Julio Jones has finally been traded. I talked about 5 teams I felt Julio Jones should have been traded to, or what I will say is 5 teams who should have been calling about Julio Jones for trade. And obviously, the Titans was on that list because when you think about the wide receivers they had going into 2021 season, to me, it just wasn't going to cut it, regardless of them being a run first team. So let's talk about the trade. So the Atlanta Falcons traded Julio Jones and a 2023 6th round pick to the Tennessee Titans for a 2022 2nd round pick and a 2023 4th rounder. I would have asked for that second and then a third. Okay, but nonetheless, the Tennessee Titans are getting one of the greatest wide receivers to ever play the game. Obviously, 7-time Pro Bowler, over 12,000 receiving yards, and 60 touchdowns. They're getting a great to go along with their young stud, AJ Brown. I am glad they made this move because outside of AJ Brown at wide receiver, it was looking a little funny. So they made the right move, even though they are a run first team. And this is going to help AJ Brown. I know you're going to say, why does he need help? Yeah. When it's you and no one else, you need some help. But this is just gonna improve his game and take him to the next level. This is gonna help Ryan Tannehill, and obviously this is going to help Derrick Henry, which he doesn't need any help. But hell, this is going to make things even better for him. You know, the Falcons, obviously they needed to make a move. They really did. They are going in a direction of a rebuild, in my opinion. I do not see Matt Ryan on that team within the next year or two. That's just my opinion. It's going to go down like that. This is going to help Calvin Ridley, which he doesn't need any help because he had a hell of a season last year. This is going to boost Cal Pitts' fantasy outlook. He was going to be solid, but now it's going to be obviously Ridley and Kyle Pitts. I'm not as high on Russell Gage, but he'll be all right. They're going to have to add some other wide receivers to that roster, but you are entering a rebuild because I think you're going to be rebuilding with stud wide receiver and a stud tight end. 2 talented players. I say solid, solid move. They made the right decision, and it is what it is. You have to do what you have to do. And they finally moved on from pure hell because when they choked in that Super Bowl, the team, let's face it, the Falcons haven't been the same. They've been giving up wins, giving out early Christmas gifts to teams, especially this past season. They moved on from their coach, which was the right move. And they made a decision, in my opinion, to move towards a rebuild. And to me, you're starting it off the right way with Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley. Okay. I don't know what y'all think, but I say this was a good move, in my opinion. So I guess we'll have to see what's gonna happen and what the outcome will be. Let's see what's going on out here. Let's see what everyone's talking about. You know, sometimes you just gotta make a move, and when you make that move, you gotta own it. The start of the rebuild obviously was when they moved on from their head coach, which was the right decision. And drafting Kyle Pitts was the right move, and they added pieces to the defense during the draft, and they made a decision to move on from one of the greats. I know that was a hard move, but it was the right move. To me, he was their best asset. I felt like they could have gotten better than that fourth rounder. Maybe they didn't. They get some cap relief. Tennessee's going to have to eat that some of that contract, which, hell, maybe that's what they were looking for, considering they had some cap issues. Nonetheless, they're going to add a second. If they're good at drafting, that second may turn out to be a talented player. Let's jump right into the NBA. Okay. Obviously, the NBA playoffs are going on. We don't have any LeBron James or Steph Curry, but we do get to see the new first-time MVP, the Joker. Obviously, if you drafted him in fantasy basketball this season, you got a stud, and he probably helped you win your league. He's definitely a talented player. Denver Nuggets, they got it right. They picked this center with the 41st pick. Like, you really have to have a talented scouting team to get a superstar, because I'm going to call him a superstar. That is his team. Jamal Murray is right there next to him, but this is the Joker's team. Nikola is just talented. He can do anything. He can shoot three. He can post up. He's just talented. He averaged 26 points on the season, 8 assists. Just super talented. How often do you find a center who's averaging 8 assists a game? He almost averaged a triple double. Shot over 56% from the field, 38 from threes. He can do it all. He is their guy. They got it right, which is why he is the MVP. Obviously, you got players like Steph. He had a hell of a season. He applied some pressure late in the season and was a threat to the Joker's first MVP. And obviously, Embiid was really good. The Greek Freak, another solid season. But at the end of the day, how could they give this to anyone else but the Joker? Come on now. They got it right. And I don't know about you guys, but I thought it was going to be him anyway. So I'm not surprised. This was the right move. Denver, their future is obviously bright. We now have the guy who put that team together, my Bulls, and I'm just hoping that he can do the same for the Chicago Bulls, so we can get back to being in the playoffs, because the playoffs is missing the Chicago Bulls. That's what the playoffs need. But nonetheless, this is his first MVP. I can see him at some point winning another. He's got it. He is their guy. He's a difference maker, and he can do anything on the court. So that's the kind of player you need. And to get him where they drafted him, that was a steal. So everybody done passed over this guy. They even passed over him, obviously, but then they made up for it. It's just crazy to see, But at the end of the day, congratulations on winning the MVP, your first one. Keep on doing your damn thing, because you may win a few more. All right, y'all. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe to Waiver Wire Queen for more on sports and fantasy football, because the 2021 season is approaching us and you want to stay ahead of your competition. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on Facebook, IG, and Twitter, and TikTok, because I am a TikToker now, at Waiver Wire Queen. All right, y'all. Peace.